While churches in the Diocese of Springfield had been closed over the last few months, many parishioners were missing their priests and deacons, and they wanted to let them know just how much their ministry means. Carolee McGrath tells us more.
With New York, New York blaring in the background, car after car rounded the corner from Groton Street in Chicopee, honking and waving at Father Bill Torigny, pastor of St. Rose de Lima Parish.
Totally shocked and very much surprised, and it's so overwhelming and is so appreciated. I didn't expect anything at all. It's humbling more than anything else.
More than 100 cars staged at St. Rose de Lima Cemetery in Chicopee waiting for the signal. Then, drivers made their way up Groton Street for a car parade to celebrate Father Torigny's 40th anniversary as a priest. The parish had planned a celebration party at the Castle of Knights in Chicopee, but due to the coronavirus pandemic, it has been postponed. Parishioner Dave Rosinski helped organize the surprise.
We couldn't have the party on the 17th, so I said, let's do something. This is the current thing to do. And we just started organizing it. I was supposed to call, but the cars were already coming. So I ran to the back door and said, hey, I just was near the center here, the parish center, and the police are there. There's a problem. So he came out. Yeah, he had no clue.
Father Torigny's mother, Norma, who held a picture of him when he was newly ordained, says he always wanted to become a priest.
We would go to Mass, and we'd come home, and he would spread the tablecloth on the toy chest, and he would have the wine glass, and the kids would used to ring the bells, and we'd give them the wafers, the white wafers, and then when he would do the genuflection, they lift his cape up, and it was just wonderful.
While being away from church has been hard and even heartbreaking for parishioners, it's been especially difficult for priests who are also isolated, who are called to administer the sacraments and to serve as Christ served.
We weren't ordained to look at something like the event of COVID-19, where all of a sudden in a heartbeat the churches are closed and all of a sudden we can't minister to our people in hospitals, nursing homes, private visits, morning mass, weekend masses, weddings, baptisms. It's all been pushed off.
Churches which are now permitted to be open had been closed since mid-March when Massachusetts Governor Charlie Baker issued an emergency order in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Many churches in the Diocese of Springfield have been posting masses online. Drive-by parades for birthdays, anniversaries, schools, and pastors have now become popular as people are not permitted to congregate in large groups. St. Elizabeth Parish in Ludlow held a Miss You caravan for Pastor Monsignor Homer Goslin, Father Norman Bolton, Deacon Norman Grondin, Deacon Thomas Rickson, and Deacon Keith Davies. More than 150 cars met at the Polish American Club on East Street before traveling to Hubbard Street. Everyone stayed inside their vehicles but hung signs and balloons out of their windows while others popped through the sunroof. Monsignor Goslin just celebrated his 51st anniversary as a priest, and he agreed with Father Torigny that he never expected something like this when he was ordained.
I see God's hand working everywhere. We see God's hands working to create an event like this. We see God's hands working at the emergency rooms, in first responders, people brave enough to work grocery stores and all the essential services. So I see God's hand working in so many people. It's edifying that putting their own personal safety at risk, they're willing to do for others. So I guess we've seen the minds and the hearts and the hands and the feet of Christ and the people that surround us. We're so blessed. We're so blessed.
While the pandemic has brought with it isolation and loss, both priests encourage Catholics to always remember to say, Jesus, I trust in you. Reporting for Reel to Reel, I'm Carolee McGrath.
I think one thing that's come out of this pandemic is just how much truly we appreciate those who serve us in any way.